Welcome back, fowl players. Bruce here. It is March 21st, 2025, and welcome to what I guess will be the first episode of Fowl Play Outdoors Season 4. Been going at this for, like I said, starting on the 4th year. Trying to bring you guys some interesting content that maybe isn't always just shooting ducks, because last season I didn't do a lot of that. Anyway, I'm out here today at the farm to check on some weirdness. So our plan this year had been, instead of trying to do a bunch of improvements like we've been doing the last 3 years, let's leave water on it until it's time to plant. We're going to leave water in here until June. About mid-June is when we start planting typically out here. The thought process being, well, leave water out here for the ducks. We know there's tons of wood ducks in the area, lots, and leave this water out here. Give these birds a place to come and maybe raise some young and just basically, continue to habituate to the area. So great, that was all going through just fine. And then a couple weeks ago, we got a day of rain. For some reason, that's all it takes for this river to come up 10 feet and back up and flood in here. Not a problem, no big deal. It put the corn under a couple feet of water and the ducks stopped coming in. I've been putting corn out since the season ended to feed them and get them coming. But anywho, the water went down, stabilized for a day, and then in a day, boom, gone. Where'd my water go? Not the first time that has happened. The wife and I were on vacation a couple years ago, and I was checking my trail camera. I have a trail camera. It's right over here somewhere. And every 5 minutes from sunrise to sunset, shooting hours basically, I got too close, sorry, it will take a picture and just show me what's here. So I watch the ducks, but I can also, in the growing season, I can watch the plants. I'll back it off to less frequent. Gotta get my hat. I'll back it off to a less frequent interval once I start planting, maybe just a few times a day. But anyway, let's see what's going on. And I saw, again, that previous time 2 or 3 years ago, one day the water just drained. At that time, I just said, well, whatever, it drained. I'll deal with it later. Fall came, rains came, the pump came, it filled back up and held water. So we got another flood again a couple of days ago from a day of rain. And now I'm out here standing in the blind, as you can probably guess. And what happened? Did the water drain? Did it decide to hold again? It decided to hold again. I have no idea why. 2 weeks ago, this was dry. It had drained in a day. Maybe I can stick up some trail camera pictures to show you the difference that like 24 hours made. This was dry. It's a little on the low side right now, but it's got water. Let's walk down to the dam and see if we can figure out what's going on. I do see what's going on. I guess the water, so flashing back to last year, the boys and I got in here, Jim, Tom, and Tim, over the course of 2 or 3 days and put a yard and a half of dirt and sandbags in here to try to shore this levee up. I guess that last flood was enough, because when the river drops, it will drop, no kidding, 8 to 10 feet in a day. Somebody pulls the cork and it goes out. But here's what happened. So I see good things here, I see bad things. For one, several of our sandbags got washed away. I wonder if this big log here, because it kind of jacked up our fence over there. But I wonder if this big log didn't help. But look at this, beaver activity in here. Which means we can probably, and look at that, a lot of water's gushing into there. I don't know how well that shows up. Beavers, that might just, no, it's coming out from underneath. Beavers aren't going to fix that. Maybe beavers will keep working here. They have obviously been at it. It's not running over much right now, so they may not come back. This big log looks like it looks, you know what, it looks like it did. Yeah, because I had painted all these white sandbags. It looked like it got under the sandbags and then washed it out. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not real sure what to do about this right now, to be quite honest. My initial impression is let it ride for now. Mr. Beaver, you know, if he comes back in here, his work lasts better than mine. I still got to figure this out. This is gushing. I don't like that at all. Let's walk around, maybe just to make sure it is coming out from underneath. Yeah, that's coming out from underneath there. I mean, really, to fix that, we have to try to dig back up, and that is always challenging. You really struggle. I was talking to another YouTuber, Duck Daddy 365. He's down there in South Carolina, and he is facing a similar issue with an actual like farm pond near on the property he hunts on. And what I was telling him is, you can't, at least in my experience, if you know how to do this, let me know. You can't start on the downstream side and plug it from that way, because that water is just going to push it right out. You have to dig it all the way out to the source, wherever that might be, and then fill it back in, right? You have to do a complete repair. I don't know how we're going to fix that. There's maybe a lot of that is also water running over. It does look like it's coming out from underneath. I also am concerned that maybe the shorter pipe and the one that's over there under the log just past Rosie, I think it is damaged. I think it's cracked. I think it's letting water through the pipe, if not just around it. The real fix here is to dig this out again, fix it, pull that other pipe out that I think is damaged. Actually, I'd love to pull them both out and put PVC in, which is much more permanent. I think we're trying to take it easy this season. We invested a bunch last season, time, money, and effort for very little results. We didn't take a duck home out of here last year. I shot one that fell and then got up and flew away. And a couple came in that got water swatted. Water blew up around these ducks, and they got up and flew away. I guess they were wearing the little bulletproof vests. So maybe we take it easy this year and not do too much. We got some other irons in the fire. We're taking a trip to Missouri next year, which you guys will see. That won't be until January. Anyway, maybe we take it a little easier this year and let things play out. Maybe let nature kind of build this up like we're seeing here and go from there. I don't know. All I know is I got really tired of patching this last season only to have it washed back out. I also don't know why it's flooding so much more this year. I do know upstream off the river there, I drove through there a couple weeks ago, and there is major deforestation going on up there. I mean, it's crazy. I guess new neighborhoods going in, maybe people are selling the timber, who knows what. But I just wonder if maybe some of that, the river's also been a lot muddier lately. I wonder if some of that isn't causing more runoff. So a small rain, instead of soaking in, is now coming into the river, and boom. Like I said, we got like a day of rain, but not like a day of hard rain. And the river came up 10 feet, literally 10 feet in a day. Stayed there a day and then dropped right back down. I don't know. That's what I'm at. So maybe we just take it easy on this spot this year. Let the beavers do their business here to fix this back up, and see where we stand. I'll ask the boys. Hopefully they're watching. I'll ask the boys what they think. We definitely need more water in here, but right now I think this is fine. Let the beaver keep working, and hopefully we'll be fine. So let's walk around a little bit more. I do want to check the backside. We might even bust a duck back there because they like to sit right back over here. And then we'll go check the bean hole, which we didn't hunt at all last season. Let's go walk around. Yeah, so it's running over as expected. You can see where I put this board in here. Somebody's been chewing on it. I wonder if beavers did that. I put this board in there, put a little dirt on the other side of it and it actually did one season hold pretty good, but then it all went away over there, and it's coming through the dam somewhere. So I mean, that doesn't look terrible, honestly. Could only really realistically get another 4 or 5 inches deep. We put that underwater all the way up to the trees. So I don't know, this has not been a priority. Maybe I'll muck with it more this year. Just have to see how I feel. After last season, I would like to not bust my tail again this year. So anyway, I think that's about it. Just kind of a where do we stand? going into duck season 2025, 26. Wow. Gosh, that means I've been hunting ducks for over 50 years, over 40 years. Goodness. So anyway, this is where we are right now. I don't think we're going to be doing much. I do want to try to post some stuff, keep you guys interested and entertained. I do want to talk about some other issues related to duck hunting. I just really need to get some better information from the experts before I do that. So stick with me. Maybe I will get that out there. Maybe I'll get off my butt and actually do that and give you something to look at. Definitely something to react to. I promise you that. So anyway, that is it for today. I'm heading out of here, going back to the house. As always, you know me, I'm Bruce. That's Rosie over there. You're watching Fowl Play Outdoors.